No man can live forever, and one must be satisfied. No man can live forever, and one must be satisfied, proclaimed Maurya, the fascinating character of the Irish playwright James Synge, Riders to the Sea. Today I met with a person who asked me to tell 3 favorite literary characters of mine. It's a really difficult question, but I told him, which I'm going to share with you. Number 1 is Lear, fascinating creation of Shakespeare. Number 2 is Satan, fascinating creation of John Milton. And number 3 is Maurya, fascinating creation of the Irish playwright James Synge. When I returned back to home, I actually contemplated on that subject. I discovered the one thing, that I've told the right thing. Today I'm not going to discuss about Lear. Today I'm not going to discuss about Satan. I will discuss about themselves later. Today I'm very much eager to discuss about Maurya, because tomorrow is my mother's birthday. For that reason, I want to talk about Maurya. She's a very special character. And one thing which I want to share with you viewers, we the students of literature are extremely lucky, because we are able to learn, we are able to get an opportunity to dwell certain amount of times with some fascinating characters created by the prolific creators of this ever-changing eternal world. That's why we the students of literature are extremely lucky. I'm not going to give an advices to anyone. I'm suggesting a one thing to you people, that when you are going to learn a play, when you are going to learn a character, at that particular time you have to be a character. Otherwise you are not able to understand the essence of the character. If you want to learn the essence of the character, then you have to enter into the character. You have to convert yourself into a character. Otherwise you are not able to understand the character properly. So, I'm going to talk about, I've decided to talk about Maurya. Maurya is presented by, Maurya is introduced by James Synge, a fascinating Irish playwright. Through his fascinating creation, Riders to the Sea. Before entering into the character Maurya, I want to share something with you people about the play Riders to the Sea. First, I want to tell the setting of the play. Aran Island, completely rocky, hard nut to crack to cultivate crops. The geography of the Aran Island, forced the denizen of the Aran Island to go to the sea to earn their livelihoods. And I just want to mention one thing. Synge had shown or presented sea as a living character. I personally think that no other dramatist to ever done before. Siege. And the denizens of the Aran Island are going to the sea for catching fishes. Actually, sea is oppressive and they have to dominate the sea for the sake of their livelihoods. And that's why they are being considered as riders to the sea. They are not a mere fisherman, they are rider. Now I'm just going to come. Now I'm going to talk about the character Maurya. At the beginning of the play, Maurya is a very simple lady. She's a widow. She lost her son, except Michael and Bradley, in the sea. She lost her husband in the sea. She lost her father-in-law in the sea. She experienced death of his nearest and dearest one. And I firmly believes in a one thing, that death matures the people. Death of nearest and dearest one helps us a person to blossom, to grow up. That is the essence of death I personally feel. She experienced it. But though she is a simple lady, a typical mother, who laments for his kids, is very affectionate to her kids, beg your pardon, loves her kids very dearly. And at the end of the play, we discover a different Maurya. Singe presented a different Maurya. Singe brought a different Maurya in front of us. At the end of the play, we have seen the remaining two sons of Mauryas. Dead bodies are lying in front of the Maurya, and Maurya is instructing the coffin makers, coffin manufacturers, I beg your pardon. Can you believe? A mother is standing in front of his dead sons and giving instructions to the coffin makers. I personally feel that no one has experienced this. No one has experienced this. And at that particular moment, Maurya proclaimed, "No man can live forever, and one must be satisfied." See the journey, the psychological journey of the character Maurya. A simple lady converted into a priest. A simple lady converted into an incarnation of stoic endurance. A simple lady converted herself into an incarnation of realization. A simple lady is an incarnation of acceptance. What Hardy told, say life yes. In which form, in which pattern life comes in front of you, say yes to your life. That is going to be the most important thing which we found in Maurya. Actually, we all know the one thing, that there is no date after a date. There is no date after a date. If you want to define the Maurya's character from the Camus' absurdist point of view, you can define it. You don't have any problem in it. Because according to Camus, death is nothing but a liberty. If you want to define from that angle, you can define it. But I personally believe that this play is not a tragedy, it's a resignation. I'm just going to tell you the name of the philosopher, Brian Ruiz Prezi. Brian Ruiz Prezi. I'm reiterating it. Eastern philosopher who proclaims that everything in this ever-changing eternal world is controlled by Allah. And everything is suffering. But human being gets an opportunity to enter into the paradise with the help of death. If you want to discuss, if you want to figure out Maurya from that angle, then you can. It's very flexible kind of a character. You can discuss the character, you can interpret the character from various angles, from various point of views, and the various aspects that personality believe. And also the one thing, actually I personally believe, that we always believe that the successful people only possess pride. The failures, the losers, don't have any pride. But at the end of the play, this is my analysis. At the end of the play, Maurya very mildly throws challenge towards the sea. I am a loser, my dear friend. You snatched all of my sons. I immerse all of my sons on your breast. Now you are not able to take anything from me. I scared you when my sons were alive. At this particular moment, I don't need to scare you, because my sons departed from this world forever. I realized no man is lived forever and one must be satisfied. Most importantly, I accepted it. I just want to say that when I've lost my vision power of my left eye, at that particular time, my cousin sister called me. The name of her is Sucheta Chakraborty. I called her Kutti. She called me and she tried to condole myself. Thank you, my dear, for standing beside me at that particular moment, at that critical situation. But after her phone call, I started asking my inner self, do I deserve it? Then my inner self tells me, it's a God's blessing. Then I ask my inner self, this is a God's blessing? Then my inner self told me, yes, it's a God's blessing. Because you got the strength, you got that ability to carry the burden of blindness. This is nothing but a blessings of God, I personally believe. I have a problem. I'm a loser, but still I feel very proud. Because I don't have anything to give anyone. I don't have anything. What can I give? So, my viewers, we are a time bound being. Lots and lots of things, crowds at this moment in my mind, and I want to share with you. My eyes are getting moistened. For that reason, I don't want to tell anything. I just want to say that it's honest request of mine to all the students of literature to read the writers to the sea once, to understand the essence of the Eastern philosophy. Just once to understand the essence of the Eastern philosophy. Tomorrow is Paula Bhusha, Bengali Paula Bhusha. So I'll wrap up with the song I can sing. I'm just trying to recite it. ভালো আছি ভালো থেকো আকাশের ঠিকানায় চিঠি। Thanks for watching.